Everyday stories of faith.
Hi, my name is Jo. I'm married to Stu and we are blessed with two lovely daughters, Catherine and Izzy. I currently work at Battle Baptist Church as a church administrator.
What was life like before you decided to follow Jesus?
I was brought up in a Christian home and Christianity framed and shaped my upbringing. I was a very good girl.
When and why did you choose to follow Jesus?
I gave my life to Jesus when I was 14 years old. I was at a Ventures camp, activity camp in North Wales, and I still remember that amazing sensation of the Holy Spirit entering my life at the moment of conversion.
What difference does following Jesus make?
My walk with Jesus since then has been somewhat wayward. I realised by the time I was 18, I realised now that I had gone through my first bout of depression. I felt stifled and hollow at the same time. Someone had told me that I would make a good vicar's wife, and I was appalled. So I went to college. I went to a college as far away from home as possible. I went to Lancaster. My 20s and 30s were dedicated mainly to very hard work and lots of heavy drinking. If you had met me at what has turned out to be the pinnacle of my career, you would have seen a foul-mouthed, pint-swilling, highly regarded English teacher, much in need of spiritual mentoring. Then, for a range of reasons, I found myself living in Cumbria with my lovely husband and, somewhat unexpectedly, two small children. Stripped of all that had ever defined me, work, camaraderie, leadership, I completely lost my sense of self. I was in my very own pit of despair, and at my lowest ebb, when I had felt everything and had reached the point of feeling nothing, suicide seemed like the next logical step. But God has never let me go. Throughout my life, I have found myself returning to the Christian faith, trying out churches from time to time. The importance of Jesus Christ has hovered around my consciousness, nudging me and challenging me. Stu and I have talked about Christianity. Either it is of the utmost importance or it is nothing. Having children forced me again to face up to the facts. It is clear that Christ was a real person on this earth, recorded, referred to in many historical documents. I recalled my own personal experience of his love and forgiveness. How was I to bring up my own children in the light of this? I knew I had to act. By this time we were back in Battle. My husband made a number of career changes for me. And I discussed this with Stu, and I started coming to Battle Baptist Church with the girls. I began a conscious process of starting again. I attended an Alpha course led by Jenny and very timidly joined a home group full of a really lovely bunch of women. By the grace of Jesus Christ, I have been forgiven for the errors of my past, although I have to deal with the consequences of what I have done. The way I present myself to long-standing friends has had to change, for example. When I obeyed a direction from God to get baptised in 2015 and to invite my local friends to the service, one of my friends said to me, "Are you getting baptised in wine?" And I don't find it easy sticking to the straight and narrow. All of my good friends and family know that I'm very much work in progress. But God has not given up on me, and I know that he never will. I am so grateful that he was prepared to send his only son to die for me. If Jesus can find it in his heart to forgive me, to intercede on my behalf, I know that the same love would willingly be made available to anyone who seeks him out. Without Jesus, I know I would be lost. In the words of Psalm 40, he has lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He has set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. He has given me a new song to sing, a hymn of praise to our God.